determination, passion, stamina, and the will to win. The end result, the Ricmotech Sports Car Series. Extreme Motorsports brings you the Ricmotech Sports Car Series, brought to you by Ricmotech High Performance Sim Racing Equipment, and in part by TD's Tree Service. Live coverage Mondays, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Apex Racing TV for round 8 of the Extreme Motorsports Ricmotech Sports Car Series from the Road America circuit in the United States. Hello, everybody. My name is Andrew Woodhouse, and I'm joined here on Apex Racing TV and iRacing Live by iRacing World Championship driver Alex Simpson, and first Adam Bath. And Adam, we've got an endurance race tonight, my friend, and 1 hour and 30 minutes awaits these drivers. Be very, very interesting indeed.
Yeah, hello everybody. It's been a while. Yeah, of course, with the 4th of July break last week, but it's good to be back, and we've got an endurance race to kick things off around probably one of the most demanding circuits on the calendar. Not too much run-off area, and yeah, the drivers are going to be put through their paces, I think, in this 90-minute race.
Alex, I know you love this track, and I know we've got a track guide coming up of showing everybody how to do it, and really it's something you have to pay attention to, isn't it?
Fantastic circuit. Love this place. Really, I think my bread and butter was the old IndyCar that I just sort of learnt this circuit on, and yeah, it's just got a fantastic flow to it. 3, really, really long straights, great opportunity for overtaking. Some high-speed corners, some slow-speed corners, some tightening corners, some that open up. It really has got absolutely everything, and that midfield section, you really can sort of race side by side for good portions of it as well. So it's going to be a good one tonight. I think the MX-5s are going to have a really, really close race as always, and lots of slipstreaming going on. And I think the Mustangs will have a great one as well. We'll see how it goes, because I think we might see a bit of a pack form up, very, very similar to the MX-5s as well here.
All right, well, off to the track guide then, and we'll see how the pros do it.
Welcome everyone to Road America, located here in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. Great to have you with us as we provide you your track guide today in the Ford Mustang around this 4.04 mile road course, known to some as the Nürburgring of America. When racing through the streets of Elkhart Lake became cumbersome in the early 1950s, highway engineer Cliff Tufte chose these 525 acres to build one of the most beautiful and challenging courses in road racing. The first event was won by Phil Hill on September 11th, 1955, and 1 year later, the famous SCCA June Sprints were born right here in Elkhart Lake. Well, let's begin our track guide around this 4.04 mile road course as we start at the exit of turn 14 and head up this long front straightaway. Drivers really look forward to this area of the track as it's one of the fastest areas of the course, and obviously providing slipstream opportunities for them to overtake their competitors. We come up over the crest of the hill, heading down into turn 1. This is where all the overtaking takes place. You'll see it at the starter races, going 2 and 3 wide through this corner. Very fast entry and a very fast exit around turn 1 as we head down the hill around this slight bend to the right, turn 2, and entering our second right, turn 3. Very important here to get that nose set just right, as you got to get every inch of that track used up on the exit to get the speed down this second straightaway on the course, or second longest straightaway I should say. This one coming in right at a half a mile in length. As we head down through Moraine's Sweep, this is going to take us to the heaviest brake zone on the track, turn 5. It's known for its braking, and it is very difficult to get right every time. Get a good run up out of 5 to come up the hill to the famous Corvette walkway, into turn 6. Slight left-hander, got to be real careful on exit. Modulate that throttle a little bit. Heading down into turn 7, pretty much wide open, take a little bit of curve on the inside. Brings us down through Hurry Downs into turn 8. Coming out of 8, we'll approach the Johnsonville sign and head into the carousel. Turn 9 at the entry, and it'll be turn 10 at the exit. Very difficult turn here to get right as well. Got to modulate that throttle, get that nose planted so you can get a nice fast run down to the Kink, one of the most dangerous courses on the track. Got to lift on entry, get that throttle right back at the right point so you can set that car right on the edge on exit. The back straightaway, another fast straight here, coming into another heavy braking zone as we come down through Kettle Bottoms and into turn 12. Want to get a good fast launch out of here is you got to climb uphill through Bill Mitchell Bend, turn 13, exit out of here up into 4th gear, and this brings us to the final corner on the track, turn 14. Most critical turn to get right as it brings you out onto this long half-mile straightaway and up the hill. As we approach the start-finish line, that is your track guide for Road America, located here in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. Thank you for being with us.
Thanks for that great track guide. Then Road America is certainly a very difficult circuit and one that we all love here at Apex Racing TV. Alex, just to elaborate a little bit on what you were saying, what's the main challenge that we've got here in this circuit?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is look out Road America, classic old school iRacing track, one of the original ones that they scanned, and we just saw the infamous birds there as well in all of their high detail DX11 glory. Sorry, iRacing, but you got to update your birds. I mean, that's terrible. So avoiding them, that's got to be a main, one of the main things. But no, generally it's we saw it's very difficult to get the maximum sort of performance out of the car and track time, that sort of lap time, and stay on the track as well. Areas of the circuit you really are using all the runoff areas to the absolute limit. Got to watch out for the off tracks. A couple have been introduced that weren't there previously as well. So yeah, it's just very, very tricky to extract all the lap time without picking up the incidents, and I think that's what the guys are going to have to be careful of, especially if they're trying to scamper away. But yeah, like I say, I think we're going to see some serious pack driving tonight.
Adam, I didn't realise we had an ornithologist in the commentary box.
Neither did I.
That's on it. It's all
sorry, I didn't know what you were referring to, so I was just going to agree. But
the birds, never mind.
Oh yes. Bit of bird watching going here on the Apex. commentary box. So if you do know what kind of breed of birds those are, please get in touch as well.
There's a message. We're not going to read it.
Yeah.
Well, we might. You never know.
Well, we're running out of time to run through the points in the grid. Points
We're
going
really
into
not.
this...
They're only halfway around.
Only halfway around. They're just going onto the Corvette Bridge. Apologies, we seem to be losing our marbles a bit. The championship standings are as follows. Going into this race meeting, it is a Mike Dam leading Mikey Grems by just 5 points. It is pretty close after the 4th of July celebrations. But who's going to be celebrating here on the track? Pasquale Iannucci in 3rd, only 7 points behind. And then Tyler Schiffler in 4th, Stephen Thomas 5th, then Lauren Bateman in 6th, Jeff Jacobs 7th, Russell Ruddock 8th, Matthew Katila 9th, and Mike Griffith rounding out the top 10. I should also mention that these are the combined points for the Mustangs and the Mustangs. Then moving into the MX5s, it is Rob Hartley leading the way there, 24 points ahead of David Payton, and John Allen in 3rd. A good race meeting there, sees him up 2 places. Ash Beard 4th, 5th Brian Holmes, 6th Tom Rathjay, 7th Dan Carridope, 8th Richard Losbert, 8th as well as Chris Dorman, now on the same amount of points, and Travis Schwenke in 10th. Onto the grid. Pole position.
I can do that if you like.
Yes, please. Take it away.
Mike Dam leads the way in the Mustangs, 223.938. 4 tenths clear of Pasquale Iannucci, with Mike Griffith in 3rd, Dries Nice in 4th, Mikey Grems 5th, Lauren Bateman 6th, Stephen Thomas 7th, Scott Kennedy 8th, Tyler Schiffler in 9th, and Kevin Ford in 10th. And for the Mazdas, David Payton on pole position ahead of Travis Schwenke. It's very close there, with Brian Holmes in 3rd, Tom Rathje 4th, Richard Losbert in 5th, Ashley Beard 6th, 7th John Allen, 8th Mike Taylor, Dave Fitzgerald in 9th, and 10th Dan Carrido.
Did find it funny in the chat that Mike Dam is telling Travis Schwenke one way of getting a way to launch the car is to press Alt F4. Hopefully he hasn't pressed that, but we're getting ready to go.
Oh dear, there's that famous one of the IndyCar race there, which don't know if anything came of that, but it was quite funny, I must admit. Right, okay, back to the serious business then. The Ricmotech Sports Car Series, 90 minutes at 2:10 AM UK time. Drivers of the Ricmotech Sports Car Series take the green flag here at Road America.
Green, green, green.
Who gets a good jump then? Look how tight the pack these are. Good towards the first corner. Mike Dam leading. Got to stay to the inside to cover off the threat of, I think it's Mike Griffith in 3rd position. In round the outside is Pasquale Iannucci. Oh yes, look at that for a move in turn 1. That's tell you what, Alex, that's getting the putting the marker down early, isn't it?
Yeah, impressive, very, very good as well. And Dam going to come under a bit of pressure now. What's going on with the MX5s? Here they go. Oh,
Nice.
someone really slow on the inside as well, on the grass.
On the grass, 61, Mike Taylor. What that is, Adam, take it away with the MX5s.
Yeah, Mike Taylor already down 5 positions as we get the green flag going. But yeah, David Payton, good start from him. 2nd in the championship, needs to close the gaps for Rob Hartley. Doing so already. Hartley not racing this week, so he wants to get as many points as he can. And David Payton leading them round, but he's already having to withstand a bit of pressure from Travis Schwenke as we go through turn 3 onto the back straight.
Going to be very close. Surely the slipstream is going to be in full effect here. These MX5s, and it may be a case that we don't see any passing at the early going because it's kind of pointless, but is Travis Schwenke going to subscribe to that ideology to go down the under the cheese bridge and towards what is turn 5 apparently? Those regular viewers of Apex Racing TV know that I disagree.
Yep, definitely turn 3.
Should be turn 3, shouldn't it? There was an extra corner that turned up at the A1 ring yesterday as well, which wasn't there in previous years, I'm sure. As 64 then, David Payton, good qualifying time from him, 231.577. Adam very close between the top 4 though, just 1.5 tenths between them.
There is indeed, yeah, just going about to go onto the other bridge.
Sausage Bridge.
Sausage Bridge, there we go. Sorry, my mind's not working as
Right.
someone wanted. But yeah, going through the carousel for the first time then, and yeah, the Mazda MX-5s all pretty close to each other. It's probably going to be the same for the rest of the evening. Whereabouts are the Ford Mustangs then? They are probably just coming out the final corner. Indeed they are, to complete the opening lap of the race. Mike Dam won't be too stress that he's in second position at the moment. His championship rival, Mikey Grems, is sat in 5th. Hasn't been able to make any gains so far. So he'll be pretty content with the way things are going as they complete the opening lap.
In fairness, actually, the Mazda MX-5s in this circuit only about 5 seconds slower, Alex, than some of the main pack at least. 5 or 6 seconds is the gap, so we won't see traffic for quite some time.
It does surprise me, actually. I thought they would be a bit further away. These, I'll say, a fair few long straights here, so. But yeah, of course, there's a lot of tight, twisty corners as well in that midfield section, so that'll make all the difference. That's where the MX-5 comes into its own.
MX-5 loves those medium speed corners, especially compared to, and the slow stuff, compared to the Ford Mustang, which is a bit of a boat in the slow corners, let's be honest, as Iannucci goes a bit wide. But not enough to worry him, not enough to put his lead in jeopardy, of course. Second place man Mike Dam behind him. Mike, is that Drees Nice up in 3rd? It actually is, yep. It's Mike Griffith and then Mikey Grems. There are a lot of Mikes in the top 5 there, Adam.
Yeah, a lot of Mikes there, and you can see in the early going the gauntlet already being shown by the Ford Mustangs that they are not going to be able to break away much at all. The same can be said in the Mazda MX-5s because David Payton and Travis Schwenke were wheel to wheel going for the first corner, but now it looks like it's Tom Rathje that's trying to get a move done in the early going, and maybe watch out for Brian Holmes. Very close. This is where Ferrari 458 had a big crash as well as we go on into the brakes.
Big pack of
oh my
MX-5s
word,
then.
who's that? Crash!
Oh, it's Alan, and it's Fitzgerald, was it? No, it wasn't Fitzgerald. It was
Carrido?
Carrido. Yep. What happened there, Alex? Is he just going a bit hot? Did
I'm
Dan
trying
Carrido?
to find who it was. Sorry.
Oh, he lost it on the braking. Oh dear. Worst feeling in motor racing, I think, when you're losing on the braking and career across the grass and have nowhere to go but into another car.
Now.
Terrible feeling, Alex. It feels so guilty.
It's horrible. There's nothing you can do, and you know you're going to take someone with you as well there as well. But, yeah, he'll be gutted that he's done that. There's a lot of respect out there actually for every driver in this series for each other. So yeah, the last thing he would have wanted.
He'll also
But
be
yeah,
gutted that he's been named and shamed on the broadcast. Mike Dam into the lead, by the way, but he nearly loses it. Coming through turn 1. Sorry, Alex. Finish your point.
No, that's it. All done. So I'm just going to go back and quickly see the replay of this overtake as well. Just on the main straight going into turn 1, got the slipstream and gets that move complete.
There was a Mustang that was across the second, well, we call it turn 2, but it's officially turn 3. It was Kevin Ford. Yeah,
One of the league admins, of course.
Yes. Well, he had a very good race meeting 2 weeks ago, but not having the best start here. He's lost 2 positions. He might be about to lose another 2 as at the inside of him go Jeff Jacobs and David Jakes.
Have a look there. Yeah, so that's in the mid-teens in positions, is that? So number 38, Jeff Jacobs. Number 99, David Jakes.
Got problems for Monaghan as well. He's into the pits. So what's happened to him? All the way down in 36th place now, Michael Monaghan.
36th, did you say? Wow.
Yep.
What happened there?
Another good grid
Rear
as well.
damage.
You know? Every week you see constantly around that sort of 40 car mark.
I think Dan Carrido's making it back to the pits now. Taking a while. Got severe damage really. But yeah, he's coming back to the pits.
One of the cars running wide through the kink in the Ford Mustang, so they're all definitely on it in the early going, and I think probably a very tough corner in these Ford Mustangs, the amount of understeer that it has. I think we can do corner now.
Sometimes snap oversteer as well, it's a strange one. The Mustang, do you remember when we were driving it, Alex, at Sebring?
Yeah.
Just not Sebring, sorry, it was one of the road courses, wasn't it? One of the infield road courses. New Hampshire or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or Homestead, Miami or something
Homestead,
like that,
yeah, that was it. It was Homestead.
And
but it was more a case of if you've got a bit of understeer going into the corner and tried to boot it coming out,
Yes.
That was when you got the snap, so you just had to make sure you didn't carry that too much speed in, so it just push her wide and be really tricky afterwards. Scott
Could
Kennedy,
be.
little gut battle going on here for sort of 7th, 8th, 9th. Great little
with
battle.
Lauren Bateman, yeah. And behind them is Tyler Schiffler and Stephen Thomas. I'm not used to them being in the lower reach of the top 10, but they are at the moment. Alex Driver shouldn't have a problem really though with that, with what you mentioned, with a lot of oversteer coming out of the corners, because 25 degrees track temperature, they should have a lot of grip out there.
Yeah, you would hope that the tyres are going to last as well. Who's this going for a move? Mikey Grems and on Mike Griffith. Oh, someone just gets on the braking on the little bit of dirt that's on the right hand side going into turn 3.
3 wide through 5.
Bouncing across on the exit, wheel to wheel now.
I don't know if there was a bit of contact, Adam, on the way in, but
Bateman now to the outside. Finished in 8th place last week at... No, he didn't. He finished in... yeah, he did finish in 8th place last time at Imola. That was the last time he was racing.
The front of that. Here comes Schiffler again. Schiffler always... it's a very quick driver, actually. Like I say, I'm surprised to see him qualifying in 9th position. It was close, though, between... if you look at the qualifying standings, there was only 3/10 between 4th position and 11th, so could have been anybody's, that.
Yeah, Schiffler 4th in the standings has only lost that one position because he wasn't racing the other week. But yeah, 6th place at Imola for him. And,
good little battle forming up here as well. Sorry, just on the screen, and that was Tyler McFarlane,
Battle for the lead
Chris
in the Masters
Thorman, and John Allen as well. And yeah, switching to the lead.
Sorry.
Well,
good battles all over the place, but David Payton's just taking the lead.
Pacing a man from Canada. There is a Canada corner here.
Yes.
That's a loose link. Schwenke in 2nd, 3rd Tom Rathje, and then 4th Brian Holmes, and then Ash Beard in 5th as well. And Richard Losber just keeping in touch with these guys at the front. Now into
it's
Carousel.
so difficult, Adam, to break away here, though, given the slipstream, especially that the Mazda MX-5 possesses.
Something that drivers are going to have to get used to, isn't it? Because in maybe the official races or stuff like that, you probably get used to edging away from the car behind you during the race. But yeah, you're going to be stuck with them now for the next 90 minutes or so, plus the pit stops, where we'll see the strategy really get opened up in this endurance race.
Yeah, that's right. We have to see exactly how many pits going to be. I think I'm thinking it might be 2 pit stops for most people. Would that ring a bell, Alex? Do you think that'd be okay? I mean, 41% is the fuel limit for the Mazda.
I think we will see 2 stops, right? That we usually do on these 90-minute races. So, just another little battle that's going on there at the moment. David Jacks and
Jeff
Jacobs.
Oh,
contact.
Jacobs slow. Jacobs was
I'm
slow
not sure what that is about on the inside.
Yeah, 5. Got damage on the front right, Alex. I think his front suspension's knackered.
Yeah, something else must have gone on. It wasn't from that bit of contact.
No, it was very minimal contact, I think. Not even sure it was even. Oh no, it was, you know.
Close on Griffiths again, and Griffiths very close to Dries Nice as well.
Alex, it was that contact, I think, broken the suspension on Jacobs' car.
Oh, jeez.
There was no damage to that front corner before that contact. And Jacobs' race is ruined.
They do seem vulnerable, and Mikey Grems is trying to make his race get even better. He does hold the fastest lap in this race. Trying to get past Mike Griffith here, and Griffith has gone for the tight line through Canada corner, runs out wide on the exit, but Graham's not able to take the advantage going into Bill Mitchell bend. He'll be trying to get a good run on the exit of this final corner.
Jacob seems to be up to speed again, but I still don't know whether he's going to come into the pits. He's a bit of an ill-handling machine at the minute.
He's very out of shape coming off of the final corner. Doesn't get a good exit at all. Lost a draft as well. So Griffiths straight past, and I think Grems could follow him through here. I was just about to say, and I didn't quite get the chance to commentate Curtis Sim, was how good Nice is doing actually. You know, because normally he's running in the MX-5s, isn't he? So
Yeah.
stepped up into the Mustang and forming well right with this front group. And I have to say that little front group is turning out just like what we thought at the start of the race, where we're going to have this relatively large packs, because now that Mike Dam's got past, he's not able to break away from Iannucci at all.
I think you missed a pretty good commentator's curse from Thursday, Alex, in the PSRTC. But,
Oh yes,
yeah,
there were a few going around.
we've all had our fair share of them anyway, as they go into turn 3. Oh, you can see
People are going to
Graham's-
get confused with that all night.
Yeah, 3 or 5.
So, yeah, 3 or 5, just so everybody knows. We'll refer to it in both ways. But yeah, we mean that left-hander after the second straight.
That 90 left
Yeah.
at the end of the end of the straight.
We just got a horrible bit on the inside of the curb there as well. That's just kind of like eroded away with the amount of cars just trying to cut the corner. And if you take just a little bit too tight, the car doesn't have to get unsettled going through there. So keep an eye out for that as well. As the night goes on, we may see a few drivers just trying to take that extra couple of inches to the left. The car will get all kinds of out of shape. Wide for the leader as well, through the kink, manages to recover it. Not such an issue. Plenty of ground clearance, of course, in these Mustangs. A bit more
Barely
critical
lost any
if
time,
you do
did
that
he?
in an open wheeler.
I think
Yeah,
we're
he doesn't-
bouncing around all over the place.
Doesn't want to do doesn't want to do a Tony Kanaan, does he?
Nope. That would be pretty catastrophic.
Oh,
That's the
dear.
lap car, Michael Monaghan.
Dear me, the MX-5s are at it again. Schwenke versus Payton. It looks like Schwenke's going to come out on top here.
Payton's
But
very low on
Payton's
the
back
brakes.
up the inside. Nearly.
Brake is clear.
And Schwenke's through.
Be a chance for Rathje.
Oh, he's taking it.
Rathje aggressive. Occasion. You've got to try though. I mean, don't get me wrong, a lot of slipstream here. But Alex, you've got to take these chances when they come, because you never know what's going to happen. The pack could spread apart at any minute, and that one position could mean the difference between you going off in the leading group or the one with the also-rans.
Yeah, I think if I was in this group, where he is right now, I'd definitely try and make sure that I stay sort of second or third. More for the fuel, you in that draft, you're obviously saving an awful lot of fuel, and that's going to pay out towards the end of the race. So I wouldn't be too worried about trying to lead the race, that's for sure. But definitely second and third, so something does happen, can hopefully at least stay with the front two.
Hasn't done much to damage his lap time, I don't think. Mike, damn that small error earlier. He only did a 2:25.0 compared to Iannucci, but he's sliding his way. There you go, curse of the commentator nearly in full effect there as he goes through the 90 right just before the carousel, and gives Pasquale Iannucci another sniff of an opportunity there. No reason to doubt that Mike Dam's pushing in these early stages.
That's a left, by the way, Adam, there.
Oh, I'm in the 90 right before the 90 left. Many 90
Your other
degree-
right.
Yes.
Although I will say that Dam obviously pushing here, but doesn't seem to have a great balance underneath him, Alex. It seems like understeer followed by oversteer slightly.
Yeah, which is kind of what we said, if the car does have that little bit of push, that little bit of understeer, you will get that. You can put your foot down and use the loud powder to get the car to rotate, but it tends to rotate very quickly then, so you have to be a little bit careful and catch it. Of course, only using sort of a street sort of tyre on these cars as well. They're not sort of racing slicks, are they? So they're sort
Unbelievable.
of a hybrid, aren't they?
Tyre,
Sort of like a sports tyre, I guess, if you were to buy one for your road car.
So I wonder it
wonder-
handles so badly.
Yeah.
No wonder they have
I
to
mean,
change the tyres as well. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I mean, because the Ford Mustang, whenever I've driven it with racing tyres on and other sims and other games even, things like that, it's been always a very enjoyable car to drive, but it seems like the street tyres just kind of kill it. But that was why it was put into one of these spec series, because it was you know, I guess Alex, an affordable championship for people.
Yeah, I guess so. It's the old, was it Continental tyre
Much cheaper to get street tyres, I
championship that
imagine,
it was
as well.
in.
Yeah,
I would think so.
Used to be with the Daytona prototypes, didn't it? Back in the day on iRacing.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, back when I started, anyway.
Well, do you remember the first race of the? I don't know if you were there. Side by side though, between Kennedy and Bateman.
Something's kicked off in
Bateman's through.
in the MX-5s, by the way. Travis Schwenke, I've just seen what's happened. He's been him and Peyton had a bit of contact, and into the gravel went Schwenke.
Yeah, and Peyton obviously lost a lot of places as well. See if we can get a replay of that
for
up
him,
on
has he?
screen.
Has he punted him off, and has he waited for him in the end? I think he might have.
Yeah, I'm just seeing the aftermath of it. Peyton slowing down back a bit further.
Oh, I think Schwenke might.
Oh god, yeah, he did. Sent him right into the into the gravel in the 90 left just before the carousel.
Yeah.
It's almost like pace notes here, isn't it?
Schwenke maybe considers himself maybe a little bit lucky. It looked like he kind of came across the front of Peyton a little bit.
Just enough runoff area there. Both drivers still well in the pack, aren't they? There, so
that definitely was though. It was like 150 square left. Oh, correction, onto gravel. Yeah, that's what it was, wasn't it? It was just like a random gravel attack. Schwenke in the pits.
He's towed, yeah.
So
there's some damage.
What's transpired here? Oh, he's had a spin on the exit of turn 1. Oh, and he hit the wall hard.
I was about to say that usually leads to the wall on the right hand side. Have a look, see how it played out. I just got a little bit too aggressive in there and just ran out wide. It's a bit bumpy on that exit there, and that's usually what happens. It just spits you around. That's his race done and dusted, I think.
Yeah, second incident in barely any time there for Travis Schwenke. Very difficult to repair that. No fast repairs, of course, for these drivers.
No incidents as well. No, not an incident limit, but if you do go past, I think it's 18, you do then start losing points towards the championship.
McFarlane with issues as well. He's just recovering from a spin. That front little group has started to thin out somewhat here in the MX-5s.
Definitely hasn't thinned out in the Mustangs, though, as Griffith and Pasquale Iannucci. And
Iannucci, the man who made a wonderful move in turn 1.
Lost that second place though now. Oh, no, he's off in the wall.
Oh, what's that?
Big crash, and that's Grems. That is the man that's second in the championship, 5 points behind Mike Dam going into this race
with a blown engine as well. That's his race done.
Oh, and who's coming through there, nearly hitting? Oh, a few of them. Oh, Iannucci, yeah.
Oh, Iannucci.
Blown motor.
Kings of Leon's song, Your Car Is On Fire, could spring to mind.
There's nothing wrong with that car apart from the fact that it's on fire. Said Murray Walker one time, and he's perfect for this situation, but it's an unusual amount of incidents involving these front runners, Alex, tonight so far.
Yep, well, that really has just sort of spread the front packs apart completely. We're down to just 3 cars in each, and even Dries Nice in the third place is 2.5 seconds back, so we lost all that time with those guys just battling and coming together. Hopefully you can get back towards Griffiths and Dam.
These guys are usually so well behaved. Somebody needs to tell them that it's not, you haven't turned it into a sprint race, they've turned it into a longer race.
I think that was just a bit of an unfortunate one. It just looked like Iannucci obviously trying to cover off the inside, but not give too much room on the right hand side there, and actually just squeezed a little bit too much, so just unfortunate there.
No, it's alright. No, I agree with that. It's just a racing incident, isn't it?
Shame that we lost a couple of people from that, and then the same with what happened with the MX-5s as well. But still, they're out there, and Holmes and Rathje having a great little fight, and Ashbeard is still with them as well. So Losper did lose that little pack with the incidents, unfortunately, and Peyton's with him. So yeah, we'll see what can happen now. I know Rich has quite a quick driver, and he often surprises us when he actually catches back up to these packs just before pit stops.
Yes.
So maybe he'll do it again.
Peaks up, doesn't he?
Him and Peyton can work together and use the draft. You never know.
Do we actually know if a blown engine is repairable?
It is, but it's something like half an hour, so yeah, it's as good as race done.
It's not really worth it in an hour and a half race. I think if it was in a 24-hour race or 12-hour race or something, I think it would be. But
I'll be interested to see how much time Mikey Grems is in the pit lane.
Oh, look at this as well. 5th, 6th, and 7th place at the moment.
Oh, this is a Shiflet, Thomas
versus Shiflet, yeah. Shiflet through.
Just in front of them is Kennedy and Bateman. They're having a scrap over 4th and 5th in class.
Yeah, that was all one little fight just a couple of corners ago, so...
Very close out there, isn't it, really?
On a
Bateman
skate.
doing a good job. It said Bateman was riding high in the championship as well.
Yeah, Bateman going into this race meeting, sat 6th. Hasn't got a top 5 to his name yet this season. Has been in the top 10 5 of the 7 races.
Shows how good, how consistent that is, and that it's very important to do that, to put together a championship.
I'll just run you off his finishes. 8th at Daytona, 13th at Sebring, then a 7th at Phillip Island before 31st at Bathurst, and then 6th at Watkins Glen, 9th at Sonoma, and 8th 2 weeks ago at Imola. So he's been up there pretty much the entire season. But can he get
still
another
rages with him.
Can he get a top 5 here? He's going to try and maintain it as they go onto the front straight now to start lap 11 of the race.
This is for 4th position, so he'll be in that top 5, of course, if he's overtaken by Kennedy, but immediately behind Kennedy there's very quick drivers, Tyler Shiflet and Stephen Thomas.
Lap times then. Bateman does a 2:27.2 compared to the 26.7 for Kennedy, and Shiflet doing the 26.5. So Shiflet, the quickest out of the 3, and he's showing that straight away. He's trying to get it up the inside here of Kennedy going into turn 3.
Oh,
forceful.
Bit of rubbing. And that pushes Kennedy off.
Oh.
Here comes Thomas.
Thomas, yeah.
Going to get involved in this as well.
He's got no
Side
choice.
almost, wasn't it? Yeah. Kennedy going to do here? If I was him, I would probably just hang fire here and see if anything goes on between these two into the turn 5. This
Where's he going?
Off goes Tyler Shiflet. Gonna try around the outside though, is Tyler. But here comes Kennedy, very close.
Well, there you go, Thomas up to 5th position in the space of just a few corners after it all kicked off there in the corner before the back straight.
Good driving between these 3.
Look how much time Lauren Bateman's gained out of all that. Up the road he's gone now, the gap 4 seconds.
Leaders with the back markers now, trying to make their way through.
Goodness me, that is close as Mike Dam goes past 3 scrapping MX-5s.
Tom Rathje in the lead there as well. The MX-5s followed by Brian Holmes and it's actually Beard. Richard Losper, as Alex said, seems to get better as the stint goes on. David Payton, who was our leader, 5th, and then 6th John Allen, 7th Mike Taylor. Then Fitzgerald, Coleman, Fike, Sanchinelli, Key, McFarlane and Schwenke is the running order, but I think Schwenke is done and dusted. McFarlane possibly is too.
Problem
for
Jeff Jacobs as well.
Here comes McFarlane,
seems
as I
out.
say.
You know what happened to Jeff?
That's a suspension, suspension.
So he's just finally retired, so he's just dropping down the order now.
It was unfortunate. He was turning left and pretty much just got a whack in the wrong place, I think.
Jeff Jacobs, yeah, problem for him. 28 minutes in, and we would usually see the pit window open around about now, but I wonder if the timings might be a bit different due to the extended race distance. Also, the pit window bit different, but yeah, we usually saw cars coming in between the 25 and 35 minute mark in the Mustangs, so that'll be something to watch.
There was no way that they used to put a full tank in, so I should see short pit stops here. Sorry, longer pit stops, I'm talking rubbish. May see them have to fill it up to capacity for the change here.
I think they would have to do so as well.
Only a 41% fuel limit, so it's quite restrictive.
Running through the top 10 then in the Mustangs. Dam leads Griffith by 8 tenths, then Drees Nice 4 seconds back in third, then Lauren Bateman 8 seconds behind in fourth, and Stephen Thomas just a second behind in fifth, with Tyler Schiffler 6th. Only 2 tenths between him and Scott Kennedy in 7th, then Kevin Ford 8th, 9th TD Travis Davis, good to see him back, and 10th is Brandon Whitworth. And Davis is passing Kevin Ford.
Have a look then, Travis Davis, it's good to see him back.
Well, has got past, car off in the background, Mazda going through the gravel, that's Tyler McFarlane. Inventing his own rallycross route, it seems, there as he goes through on the exit.
Rallycross, of course, coming to iRacing fairly soon.
Oh, another car off, Edgar Sanchinelli. He's doing a bit of grass trekking as well through the kink. Gets back on, but Brian Holmes, problem for Tom Rathje. What's happened to Rathje? He's in the pits, that's what's happened. There we go. Me thinking drama had gone on, but yeah, this looks like first of the scheduled pit stops. John Allen also in as well.
Yep.
As the pit stops take place, we should also remind you that you are watching the Extreme Motorsport Ricmotech Sports Car Series, brought to you by TD's Tree Service, and don't forget to head over to ricmotech.com for your latest Ricmotech needs.
Yes. And John Allen, what his needs might be at the minute is do repairs, but he's not unfortunately got a lot of time to do those repairs, Alex. You don't really want to be doing that at this point.
No, just gonna have to observe what can be done, and while he's refueling and go. I think. Well, a long stop. It was at 27.5, so
he's lucky he didn't collect some severe damage, though, isn't he? Really?
Yeah.
Race-ending damage it could have been for John Allen, and okay. Also, smoking his way out of the pits is Mike Taylor. He's the one that was on the grass at the beginning.
Group of Mustangs coming in. We had
Schifflet Travis was in as well.
Yeah, Jake,
Thomas.
Whitworth.
Oh look, just coming down the main straight. That's Jacobs. He's the lap down, actually, isn't he?
Yep.
One down now, Jeff Jacobs. Game for him.
Nice battle. Nice two-car scrap going on in the MX-5s, whilst they've got a Mustang about to lap them. Dave Fitzgerald and Geordie Fike. They've also got Chris Torman just in front of those two, as the Mustang behind of Kennedy tries to get by them as they go through the carousel.
Yeah, very close fight here. This is for 8th, 9th and 10th in this category. Place to get lapped here. King. Place to do some lapping here as well. That is for that's Jeff Jacobs who's doing the lapping. Kevin Ford as well. Trying to make his way past this battling trio.
Whilst this battle's unfolding, we've got Mike Dam making his way into the pit lane. Also in the Mazda MX-5's Brian Holmes and Ash Beard as well. So they're going to be taking the fuel and tyres. Drees Nice also in as well. So Mike Griffith opting to stay out during this first stint of the race. Lauren Bateman also in along with Scott Kennedy and Kevin Ford. Those guys all were trying to lap those Mazda MX-5s just a moment ago.
Yeah,
Let's stick with Dam for a second, sorry guys, just to see what sort of pit stop time he does. Give us an idea.
Yeah.
Nice in as well, so...
Other Mustangs have done 22 seconds, around about that. Thomas and Schiffler are able to do that anyway.
I wonder if Mike will go for a short one, this one, try and break the draft and see if he can actually pull away. Or whether he's going to, no, similar sort of time, 23 seconds, 23.2. Oh, it's got a bit of traffic there. He has to wait.
Close.
Lots in. That could affect him.
The two Foxville
Holmes
cars,
and
yeah,
Beard,
that's
isn't it?
Beard and Holmes, yeah.
Oh, very, very slow stop for Dries. It's 35 seconds now.
Still going, yeah.
Is that a penalty? I think that's probably a penalty as well. Clock has stopped
I'd imagine.
going. She's still sat there. So something's gone wrong for him in the pits. Disaster.
Coming up to a minute now for Dries Nice. That's not gone at all well.
Well, you guys keep an eye on him. Bring it back to the action.
I will keep an eye on him, and that will keep the eye open. Close.
I have to
You
say,
said they'd done at the minute.
I'm feeling you as well at the minute, mate, because it's I don't know why it just feels so much later to this week than it has done previous. So
Yeah.
He says he can't leave the pit box. There you
Dries
go.
Nice.
Yeah, Dries Nice cannot leave the pit.
Is that pit
iRacing.
bug? Is that pit bug that...
must be a pit bug. Yeah,
Is that what they had in the Club 73? Is that the same thing, or...?
Yeah, we did hear about this, didn't we, with the Club 73? So
I heard that was that they couldn't pit, not that they couldn't leave the pit. So I could be wrong with that. I haven't said that.
gutted. Well, all you can do is exit out of a car and jump back in and see if it'll let him go again afterwards.
Yeah.
The leader's in anyway, so
It'll take a couple of minutes that though, won't it? So
yeah.
Where is Mike Dam on the track then? He's just going through the kink on his way towards Canada corner. Mike Griffith making his way down the pit lane and into the pit box. Will be a 22-second stop or round about that for Griffith. But which of the Mikes is going to be leading? Is it going to be Mike D? Or is it going to be Mike G?
well,
I think it would be Honey G.
thank goodness.
Doesn't bear thinking about.
Nope. Not at all.
Don't know where that's come from, but but yes, here we go, onto the front straight then. Mike Dam, he's just coming up over the crest now, and I think he should be able to take the lead back relatively comfortably. Mike Griffith's pit stop time is still going upwards, 20 seconds. Very quick stop actually, Alex, 20.3 seconds.
Yeah,
He might get ahead actually. Here he comes.
Gonna be close.
Slow stop for Dam as well. Well, not so much a slow stop, but getting caught with that traffic as well didn't help. So, not enough though to break the draft. He's still right there. So just an exchange of position. Although the back marker in the MX-5, which is Schwenke, isn't it?
Michael Key.
No, it's not. Sorry. Yeah.
And he is him moving out of the way has just unlocked Mike Dam's speed, and he will be pushing after Mike Griffith now to see if he can stay with the Mustang that has now become our new race leader, the man from Pennsylvania, Mike Griffith, who currently sits in all the way down in 10th position in the standings. Gained 4 positions 2 weeks ago after a good result at Imola.
And he was quick at the start of the season, wasn't he, Griffith? And just couldn't get it done, say, at Daytona and a couple of the other races that we did. So
yes, started on pole at Watkins, finished 16th.
Definitely had chances, Alex, but it's just putting it all together to try and get that one perfect race, really, isn't it?
Well, yeah, you can have seasons like that where you've got plenty of pace and potential, but it just doesn't come together for you in the races through one reason or another. It can get quite frustrating as well.
But back-to-back fourth. Say that again. He said back-to-back 4th places. Mike Griffith, both at Imola and at Sonoma. He's trying to hold on to the lead, but Mike Dam doesn't want him to hold on to it and could have the lead here going into Canada corner. No.
Yeah, Mike Dam having a look. Yeah, can he do it into Bill Mitchell, Ben? Not like it. Ever so close, though, only a few inches between them.
Now's his opportunity, I think.
Yeah, he could have good run, didn't he?
There we go, up the hill. Let's see if we can get some top speeds going here in in our Ford Mustangs. There's been some other pit stops, by the way, in the MX-5s. I'll recap you on them in a moment. But here comes the two leaders. As here comes a Mazda MX-5. Please be careful, and indeed he is. But who's going to have the lead here? It's going to be Mike Griffith, and he's maintaining the lead for now. Pit stops in the MX-5s. They were for
David Payton.
Yeah, David Payton,
Dave Fitzgerald, and I think that was it.
So yeah.
Although
Got
Key
this
and
Gago coming down the
Fike
main
are
straight
in now as well.
Okay, Key and Fike, yep.
Oh, still, this is very, very close. Damn, he wants this lead back, I think. Wants the lead from the front.
Track position is key around here. And yeah, Mike Dan will be wanting to make sure that he can get by. Don't think there's too much dirty air in these cars compared to the ones we were racing anyway earlier, Mr. Woodhouse. But yeah.
Yes.
Griffith.
I doubt you'll be getting much air push in this Mustang, but I could be wrong. Mike Dan getting very close now. Mike Griffith.
Coming up to the halfway mark of the race already. That shows you how quick things have transpired here at Road America.
Yeah, and I think that we often see this going in phases, don't we, with these drivers at the front of this series, Alex, because they are so evenly matched. Drivers tend to sort of, fluctuate a little bit from race to race.
I think we've only seen one track where drivers really dominated this year, and that was Dam at I'm trying to remember where it was. What
Sebring,
circuit
was it, or
it wasn't Sebring? One of the more recent ones was Imola, wasn't it?
He won by a lot.
Yeah, it was Imola, wasn't it? He absolutely smashed it. So
His two wins, Sebring and Imola, so you were both right.
He win by like 30 seconds or something.
yeah,
A lot,
huge
wasn't it?
amount.
Oh, here comes now.
Everything else
This
has
is
been
good.
really, really close.
Speaking of really close, mate, here we go. Up the hill. Now I'm on the inside. Griffith trying to fight back. What can he do? Into turn one they come for the 17th time. About half distance here at Road America. Well, not quite half distance, close though.
Won by 27 seconds at Imola.
Mike Dan going through into the lead, by the way, and he said that Imola he liked to lead from the front. A very lucrative day's work for him.
Yeah, let me get my head out the stats book there to see that move had taken place. Pit stops about to be completed in the MX-5s, as we still can't take our eyes off this battle. Ash Beard is now the leader after that round of pit stops. He's had the quickest stop, but
Griffith.
here comes Griffith.
Sorry, Griffith up the inside of Dam into 5. Don't want to wash out and run too wide. Dam goes around the outside. Keep position. Does so. Griffith unable to capitalise on that opportunity to get back through.
Yeah, it's just sending a little signal there. He's like, well, look, I'm here. I'm going to fight you whenever I get an opportunity, so just be ready for it, sort of thing. Don't want to just sit tight and follow Dam around. Good for us.
Oh yeah, I mean, anytime we see some good battling, it's definitely fun out there. It's such a great circuit to watch the cars going around and really people working hard. The car.
Teammates in the MX-5 still very close together. Pulled a little way from John Allen now, so Beard and Holmes.
Ash Beard, winner of the British Sim Racers Mazda MX-5 Cup twice, as Griffith and Dam again exchange positions. But yeah, they're doing a pretty good job here. Holmes is teammate, and they're doing a good job of things at the moment. Yeah, they are now on their third lap of their stint. They both decided to pit on the same lap, so they are both on the same tyre wear and fuel. They should be anyway. And here they go into kind of the corner. Up the inside goes Brian Holmes. takes the lead away from Ash Beard. Both of them have gained quite a few positions since the start of the race as well. Of course, most of that is probably down to the retirements in the Mustangs. Problem for Kevin Ford, Alex. Kevin Ford dropping down the order.
Yeah, unfortunately he's lost it coming out of the 90-degree... Oh no, final corner. Yeah, final corner.
You were trying to think of which, whether right or left then, weren't you?
I was just trying to
make sure.
I thought it was the corner...
Exit carousel?
Yeah, just no, the two corners before that, because that's quite a common one to end up over in the right. He just got wide onto the grass. All the power, loads of wheel spin on the grass, around the car goes. The wall. Yeah, that's a big hit as well. A lot of damage on the front there. We'll see whether or not he can continue or not, but I think he's going to limp it into the pits.
It's a shame for Kevin Ford because he was second at Imola 2 weeks ago, and it looked like he'd really turned a corner there, but unfortunately for him, that is him back in the pits. He's turned the corner into the pit box. So he'll be having for better things there. That was his first top 5 of the season and only his second top 10. Shows you the poor run he has been on this season for most of it anyway. And there we go, second pit stop of the day for Ford, and I wonder how long it will take to repair that damage. Lauren Bateman versus Travis Davis and David Jakes. That seems to be a battle that's continuing to rage. Well, 2 cars scrap between Jakes and Davis. I wonder if that might have been a mistake for David, because it looks like both of those cars have been able to get by just on this lap. Jake's falling from 5th to 6th.
He has pitted as well, so he's had an excellent race, David Jakes, really, from 12th to 5th. They're making good progress.
Now finds himself in 7th, so doing a relatively good job. Got 5 positions still, despite that. Driver behind, Russell Ruddock, up 8 positions as well, so those two have been in a good race.
Just on board with him as we head down towards Canada corner. It's his marks spot on, uses the exit black curb in there as well. And Davis ahead of him using all of it and a little bit more of the gravel as well.
Still waiting that rallycross content.
I wonder what it would be like if we had a Joker lap around this circuit. Plenty of that to look forward to in the autumn. Plenty to look forward to as well in this battle between Mike Griffith and Mike Dam. It just continues to look enticing here as they go on the exit of turn 2/3 and build up the speed. 190 kilometers an hour. You can see the DRS line there as well for when the McLarens race. 205 Ks, 210, 215 nearly as we get on the brakes for turn 3.
Close battle this though. The leader round 8 of the Ricmotech Sports Car Series. Andrew Woodhouse, Adam Bath and Alex Simpson with you. All the action from round 8 of the season.
On the return leg now for the season. Going to some pretty good racetracks between now and the end, but at the moment this battle really raging on between Mike Griffith and Mike Dam. We go to tracks such as he scrolls down his sheet. We go to Oran Park. After this, we go to Fuji. Not going to go to Fuji. We go to Suzuka in Japan. We go to Mid Ohio, and then we end the season at Road Atlanta. Oran Park really standing out there as a really interesting race meeting. And this battle is interesting as well as we go through the kink. Griffith and Dam again, right with each other.
Close.
Dam is just going to stay behind.
Oran Park, of course, doesn't exist anymore in real life, so that's what makes it even more interesting, I think, Adam, really.
Is it just houses now?
Oh yeah, just houses now. It was all demolished, wasn't it? So, well, this is really close at the moment as well. We need to, at some point, take a quick look at the MX-5s as well, because John Allen has caught up that group, so top 3 in the MX-5 is very, very close, but here comes Dam. We'll just stay with it for a moment, see if he gets this move done. Not so close behind coming out of that corner, so he's got a slight bit better overspeed this time, so may be able to get that move completed.
Inside then to turn 1.
There he goes.
Nice. Nicely done.
Oh,
Maybe not. Oh, is it going to be a
Well
chance for
there.
Griffith? I think Griffith has decided he doesn't want that lead anymore.
so Canada hits the front. The Canadian leading the way. Mike Dam, Pennsylvania, Mike Griffith in second, and then Texas and Stephen Thomas in third. Thomas was quicker than both of those drivers on the last lap. 2:25 and 9.73 for him, compared to a Griffith's 2:26.3 and Dam's 2:26.2.
And here comes the MX-5s on the main straight.
We get
Very, very close to top 3. Covered by just, what was that, 0.2 of a second? Top 3?
Oh yeah, here comes
teammates
Beard.
here. Oh, sorry, 2 teammates and John Allen, who is it's amazing he's still even in this race. Let's be honest. That big whack from the out of control car of
It carried out.
Garrido. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd been an interesting moment, wouldn't it, to have been there, sit in that cockpit
dear.
with him when that happened.
So
See
you
what
get-
his expression was.
Nearly had a heart attack when your engine blew up. But I'm sure you would have got a fright when if that car had gone flying into the side.
Certainly.
Through. Oh, good run there from Holmes. Under the Corvette bridge
Yeah,
could be
there's
an
not a
opportunity.
lot of room though. Not a lot of room in that heading towards that Corvette bridge, and here under the going through the middle sector. Then
I don't know if the car gets light at all when you go under there. Under the Corvette bridge. It is a steep incline, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, possibly. I mean, maybe seen 1 or 2 people going off there, I must admit. Right then, carousel. Alex, is it your favourite corner on the course?
I don't think so. I do enjoy it. I'll tell you what, it was fantastic in the old, sort of the old
Williams, is it?
tyre model in the Williams, because it was absolutely flat out, no messing around, just throw it in, sticks, goes, beautiful. Yeah, with the later tyre models, yeah, it wasn't quite flat out, and it's definitely not in the McLaren. So
Here we go again.
I think Canada Corner is my favourite corner, to be honest.
Beard versus Holmes. And the corner, it's a very good corner. Good exit, curb and things like that. I think they put a new runoff area in Canada Corner, haven't they? In the IndyCars, I think.
Looks slightly
there's
different.
No,
Yeah.
I think that black curb's gone. I think it's tarmac now.
I think the fact that it's got that little sort of, it's quite bumpy just on the way in, really means you have to absolutely nail the brake in there, and I always use a little brake bias adjustment into that corner just to help you avoid the lock-up as we go over that, so it's a real technical corner.
Definitely not brake bias to the rear, Alex, surely.
What, a brake bias to the rear, yeah.
Wow.
Here comes Alan.
There we go.
Surely not.
Does happen. What's going on? Where's the leader?
Mike Dam. Oh, please don't tell me it's happened again, has it? He is dropping down the order. Car 93. It's the Canadian.
Ah.
And
Williams number gone.
And unfortunately, it's not going to be the Canadian in winner's circle.
Oh,
It looks like.
yeah, me. John Allen very close there. Mike Dam though, what bad luck for him. That's happened to him before.
Well, yeah, he finished.
Looks like a throughput error we might get here for him.
I think that might be his first retirement of the season, actually.
Although he might not retire from the race.
Yeah,
Remember,
I'm sure he'll connect
He'll
again.
rejoin,
he
won't
did
he?
connect before,
I think
and
it
he did
happened.
only finish 1 lap down, or maybe even on the lead lap.
I think it might have even happened. Might have happened at Daytona, the opening race meeting of the season, and I think it might have happened as well at Phillip Island, because he both got in both of those. He
Right.
finished in 19th place. So that could be the 3rd time, unfortunately, for him. And yeah, I'm sure he'll rejoin us and get back going again. But that is his chances of winning the race dashed, and it's now gone heavily in the favour with 38 minutes to go. Even though we still have got another fuel and tyre stop to go. Mike Griffith.
Look at all the MX-5s using. All the track and more, Alex, coming out of there. Absolutely just on the ragged edge, these guys. It's so evenly matched, and the slipstream is such that they just cannot break away. We said that at the start of the show.
Yeah, definitely. I'll tell you what, this race is not done and dusted by a long shot. Let's just take a quick look at the moment. 2 minutes 26.9 at the front for Griffith, 2:26.1 for Steve Thomas, and I'll tell you what, Stephen's been closing up a good few tenths for the last sort of 10-15 minutes now. That gap was sort of nearly around 10 seconds before he pitted. So I tell you what, this is going to be an interesting one. This is going to be Thomas trying to hunt down Griffiths at the front. And now that Griffiths has not got a dam there to worry about, maybe he'll just drop the lap time just a tiny little bit, just to be a little bit safer. That's going to bring him back into the clutches here. So, yeah, the
5 seconds with half an hour left isn't a massive amount, is it?
No, it's definitely doable.
What makes it interesting as well, Alex, is that Stephen Thomas has been on his stint for longer than Mike Griffith. And also his pit stop time, Griffith was shorter than Thomas, so maybe Griffith trying to go for a quick second stint, but it'll play out as
a couple of seconds shorter in the pit stop's going to make all the difference, isn't it? You know, so that gap could be down to. I mean, we're going to be expecting pit stops any time, I would think, next sort of 5 minutes or so. So, you know, it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. It's going to be, it could be a good little race, of course. Griffiths could have a quicker stop and that gap could go up to nearly 10 seconds and then that's that done. But I'll live in the hope that it's going to bring them back closer together and we're going to have a bit of an epic finale to this one.
John Allen has been in for his second stop. He was one of the drivers fighting with Ash Beard and Brian Holmes just a few moments ago. As he scrolls down the timing screen to find out how long his stop was. 24.7.
Yeah, pretty good.
Travis Davis and Lauren Bateman quite close together, and then they've got David Jack about 1.5-2 seconds behind them. So that's pretty good from. It's good from TD, isn't it? 6 places gained, and David Jack likewise.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of TD unfortunately this season. Has only been at 3 of the races. Daytona had a disconnect there, so must have had a crash. Sebring finished in 6th. And had another crash at Phillip Island, finished 39th there. So we haven't seen him since mid-May, in mid-July now.
By the way, 8 positions gained for Michael Burgett and Russell Ruddock too.
Here he goes.
Here comes TD.
Oh, I thought he was going to do it. It looked like he lifted out of that there. Definitely had a good opportunity to stick one up the inside there into turn 1. Ball runs way wide there as well. But yeah, holds on to it.
I know that Mike Dam has just rejoined the session now.
Might get away with being 1 lap down, will he?
Maybe 2 or 3, I think.
Yeah.
Depends. I mean, he was leading, so it did buy him an extra minute or 2, but yeah.
Speak to his ISP though. So frustrating.
Oh dear, he needs to shake him up and down, doesn't he? Really.
It's the thing, isn't it? You know, we don't suffer with like random gearbox failures or engine blow-ups,
headrests
like that. But you know, we have a whole set of different things to worry about that class as random failures, and that is like
we still get mechanical
power cuts and router failures and
Colin Cunniff.
Yeah. So hardware issues.
Yeah.
And USB disconnects. You know how often we commentate on a race when somebody's USBs have reset themselves and the car's just smashed into a wall or something like that. So
black screen. Yeah.
Oh, God, the little black screens for 3 or 4 seconds. You know, they're the worst as well. So.
Yeah, mate, and that's the thing that people don't take into consideration that things like that can happen, random things, and what's happened to Mike Dam, and it's affected this outcome. It's really affected the outcome of this race massively.
But while we're talking about hardware, let's just take the opportunity as well just to mention the series is sponsored, of course, by Ricmotech. Frank doing a great job in promoting the series. And if you're interested in high quality sim racing goods, head on over to ricmotech.com. Check them out. No USB failures over there, of course.
No. In comes David Pater.
Using his
He's
USB
already
steering wheel to good effect.
Many laps down, David Payton, though.
Yeah.
Into the pits comes Travis Davis as well, actually, just behind
There you go.
Payton. So he's going to be one of the first Mustangs in for his second pit stop of the day.
I think he was being held up there, so it makes a bit of sense to me.
Second and final stop.
Richard Losper, 4.5 seconds behind the leading duo, so still there or thereabouts. Last lap was just as quick as Ash Beard, so needs some. I think he needs some luck with the traffic, really. Couple of laps where they get caught behind, or not caught behind, but caught having to concede some time to some of the Mustangs, where he's just overtaken down the straights, and he's going to be back in play.
When you feel the cars are out of the race as it stands, Dan Carrido, Michael Monaghan, Travis Fenke, Pasquale Iannucci, Dries Nice, Tom Rathje, David Payton also out, and he's in for his third pit stop, isn't he? Jeff Jacobs and Kevin Ford all have fallen by the wayside so far.
That's a lot of retirements for what we're used to seeing.
Yeah, well, don't normally see that many, do we?
Scott Kennedy 3 laps down, Mike Dam 2 laps down now.
Well, who was that in? Is it David? No, I'm not sure who that is into the pits actually.
Mikey Grahams, I think. I know that's just showing up on my time on screen.
Yeah, it was Mikey Grims, you're right. Obviously he's recovering from the earlier on issues as well.
Yep.
Done too badly, but yeah, he's in and amongst the Mazda MX-5s in terms of actual position. 15th in class, 21st overall.
Yeah. Lost losing that 1 lap, Mikey Grims. Enough to put him down all the way down. Still ahead of Mike Dam, however.
Still going, of course, for the points, because him and Mike Dam is all of a sudden turned in Mikey Graham's favour a bit, hasn't it? Because after Mike Dam's disconnect, it looks like the Grahams is going to be ahead of the Canadian. In fact, it's pretty close. They're actually 24th and 25th on the track.
Must be so frustrating for Mike Dam, though, for instance, to
Well, I think without those
be dominating,
he's going to have been right there, hasn't he, for the championship? But as it is now, it keeps making that job even harder. Not many rounds to go now either.
Funny how this season's just absolutely flown by, it seems, doesn't it? It's been like 2 seconds since we started season. Well, the second season of our coverage, and nearing its end.
Only 4 races to go after this one. 60-minute race at Oran Park, as you were saying, then another 60-minute race at Japan, Suzuka, and 60 minutes in Mid-Ohio, and then 90-minute endurance race to end at Road Atlanta.
Oran Park, though, I mean, what a good circuit that is. Tough one to drive, but it's.
I wonder what
config
they're going to do as well. It'd be interesting to see.
Are the multiple ones, are they?
Yeah, there's a couple.
Yes, from the map I'm looking at, it looks like just your bog standard normal the GP circuit. Yeah.
I find it very difficult to drive though in certain sections in certain cars.
Did you take part in the Club Series race that we did there back in late last year?
It was awful.
It was okay. It was okay for me and Paul Smith who were in the commentary box. We enjoyed the huge amount of carnage that we had.
It's a good racing circuit, but
Yeah.
it's not a fun. But for me, driving it, kind of okay. Alex, what do you think?
Yeah, it's not too bad. I think again pretty tight, very difficult to overtake. Watched a lot of VX Supercar races there on iRacing as well. Can be very tricky.
Good
We've seen a lot of
chicanes.
I've seen a lot of quick drivers just not be able to make their way up towards the front because of because it is quite a short little circuit.
A few people crashed into the bridge.
Yeah.
Well, I remember that once or twice.
Drove the track quite a few times on Toka Race Driver 3
And there you go.
back in the day.
That was a great one with all the Australian tracks in them.
Oh, definitely. Here we had we had Barber Gallo, we had Hidden
Van
Valley,
Down.
I think. Adelaide.
Is that the one with the story?
That was the first
Yes.
one, wasn't it? Yeah.
Well, it did have a story, the other one, but it wasn't as quite as.
It wasn't as crucial to.
I think it still had most of those tracks though. That first one.
Yeah.
I think they were all in the other one though. There was things like Pukekohe and.
Thomas here.
Local Race Driver 1 also at the Canberra Street Circuit in the capital.
Oh yeah. I remember that. But yeah, again, I think there are a few gems. I know we say Hidden Valley, like hidden gems and things like that. But Alex, there are a lot of tracks in Australia that would be also good. We're going about the British tracks a lot of wanting to add those into iRacing, but some of those Australian ones would be fantastic.
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
But it's just I understand how
22.3
expensive.
seconds Thomas stop was, so not as quick as what we were perhaps hoping for. I think we wanted to see a 20-second stop, really, didn't we?
I do understand how expensive it must be, by the way, to send the scanning unit all the way from America to Australia, especially the east coast of America. That's about as far as you can humanly go in the planet.
Yeah. And actually not that easy once you're there as well, just to hop over to a few different circuits. Of course, when you come to the UK, circuits actually are not that far away, really. So
well, not in our country. No, you can do them all in a couple.
You
of
could
days.
literally, 6 hours will get you from one end to the other. So, where I hate to think how long it would take to drive across Australia.
Far too long.
Well, more than rolling off my tongue. Sandown, Simmons Plains, Eastern Creek. Loads of good Australian circuits there.
Little battle further back, starting to form up. This is between Brooks and Ruddock.
Race leader in as well.
I'll keep an eye on his pit stop time. I'll say I'm hoping for about 24 seconds, 24 and a half seconds. So let's make this interesting.
You will be in a bit of luck, actually, because it is a 53-second pit lane time, and the real time gap showing Griffith to Thomas 50 seconds. So, could be close. I'm hoping so.
Thomas coming around Canada Corner now. Towards Bill Mitchell Bend. Left-hander here.
Right, touch and go. Griffith has just hit the pit box.
Well over 100 miles an hour through Bill Mitchell Bend, and then Thomas is going to turn on to the main straight now. That's 70, 80 miles an hour through the final corner. Accelerating hard up the hill. Big, long, massive hill here.
Another fantastic stop
Away
by
goes Griffith.
19.6 seconds. Might be game over.
Wow, he's going to get him by a mile, isn't he?
I think if it was a 22-second stop, it would have been a different story. But yeah,
Tell
absolutely.
It was 5 seconds. Now we're looking at what, 6? So he's gained another second there. So.
Alex, I'll tell you what. People, we think of sometimes the straight leading towards turn 5. This one that Mike Griffith's on at the minute to be the longest straight on the course, but it's not. It's the main straight.
It is the main straight, yeah.
And it doesn't feel, when you're on it, almost, it doesn't feel like it's as long, but...
And I'll tell you, actually, depending on the way the wind direction is as well, can have quite an impact into what corner you have to set your gear ratios to as well. So, when you've got that tailwind, you may have to sort of set it for the one going into Canada Corner. I remember a particular World Championship race where the wind sort of shifted somewhat, and all of a sudden we were where we were struggling to sort of get speed down into sort of Canada Corner. We were topping out the gear ratio, and we couldn't do any overtaking because we were just bouncing off the rev limiter. So yeah, it can make quite an impact to the wind direction here.
I thought Griffith was a goner, though, to be honest, in the pits. But yeah, that straight's so long that he has to emerge in front. Tyler Shiflett pitted yet? I think he's going... Well, sorry, for the second time. I don't think he has.
Yeah, he has.
Or has he just pitted on this lap?
Yeah,
right.
I think so, yeah. Well, I mean, actually, now that the sort of the timing settled itself down, there's actually not a great deal of difference between them. 4.8 seconds, which is... It was about 5.1 when they came into the pits, so... Even though the actual stop time for Griffiths was quicker, the time loss, not a great deal of different. And I tell you what, Thomas on his fresh tyres, flying. He's gained another couple of tenths just in through Canada corner. So see what he can do going through this last corner. And a little wiggle coming onto the straight for Griffiths as well. Yeah, I think if Thomas can get that under 4 seconds in the next lap or two, he'll definitely have a fair amount of motivation to try and hunt this time down in the next 22 minutes.
You're right. It's definitely that time when see the driver closing in, see the car getting bigger in your field of view, and you think that there's definitely a chance for you to
Bateman
take the win.
And Davis, Andrew, sorry, look at this onto the main straight.
Davis and Bateman, yep. Bateman on the inside, Adam Trost turn 1. It's going to be very close, this.
Happens. Wheel to wheel then. Bateman on the inside. The outside is Travis Davis, but it looks like Bateman is through in. Davis hoping for a good finish here, but off goes Bateman. Back on he goes. Travis.
The gravel, Davis loses the momentum slightly. And
completely missed the entry going in there. Bateman carried way too much speed in there, and halfway through the corner you could tell he wasn't going to make the apex, and you could just see in his mind he was like, if I try and get out of this, I'm going to lose his position straight away again. I'm just going to go for it on the grass. Just have it.
Behold the lack of slipstream in this car.
You say that though, but
he's right there and he couldn't do it.
It does gain you quite a bit of time though, doesn't it? That's the thing. But it is so difficult to get right. That's what we found again at Homestead. You can gain almost half a second, 3/4 of a second in the slipstream, but it is difficult to get a run. All of a sudden the gap at the front, 6.3 seconds. Not quite sure what happened to Thomas that lap. Maybe some traffic caught him, but that's going to make that job a whole lot harder.
That's what Griffith needs, isn't it? To extend that lead, take a little bit of the pressure off.
Holmes and Beard have gone in as well. Holmes with a 16.3 second stop. Pulled him away from his teammate by some 4 seconds. So that's quite critical. Ash Beard got a tall order to try and catch his teammate up.
Richard
John
lost.
Allen a few seconds back from them as well, so 24.7 second stop. So Allen really got himself back into the race through a short little stint for the first stop, but unfortunately the longer fuel stop this time. And he's out of contention for the win.
For the moment, Richard Osborne leads the way in the MX-5s. He's yet to make his second pit stop though. But yeah, as Alex was saying, Brian Holmes leading the way in terms of drivers that have pitted. Chris Torman in third. He's also yet to make a pit stop. Then it's Ash Beard in fourth. And John Allen in fifth position as we're about to enter the final quarter of an hour.
Yeah,
really an hour. Just under an hour and 15.
Pretty exciting so far. Tailed off a tiny bit in the middle, but some interesting developments surely to come here in the Ricmotech Sports Car Series. Presented by Extreme Motorsports, Andrew Woodhouse, Adam Bath, Alex Simpson here, bringing you all the coverage at what is now, gentlemen, 3:21 a.m.
First ebbs of the new day starting to appear, I think, in the window.
The new day, yes it is. Oh, almost, yeah.
It's a new dawn, it's a new day, but who's going to be feeling good at the end?
Very good.
Well,
it's not Mike Dam, is it? Let's be honest.
No.
And it's not some of the guys who've retired. As you mentioned, we've got a lot of retirements today. Just to reiterate, those people who are out: Dan Carrido, Michael Monaghan, Travis Strenke, Pasquale Iannucci, Dries Nice, Tom Rathje, David Payton, Kevin Ford. Jeff Jacobs is 5 laps down, he's still going. Tyler McFarlane looks like he's out. Dave Fitzgerald, is he out as well? I'm not sure, maybe he's just in the pits, but Tyler McFarlane managed to knock off his front right wheel. dead. Any think about that, Alex? Did you see it? What happened there?
No, I haven't seen it.
Said his wheel came off.
And one looking at a battle on screen right now, though. This is 21st and 22nd. So Key and Key and Fike.
Yep. I'm 4 laps down. I might see if I can find.
Side by side then.
I was trying to get the music up on the stream, but I realised I probably would have probably had some sort of copyright infringement, block the video or something like that. So I thought better not.
Ah, it's spoil sports, eh?
Yeah.
Now Michael Key closing in on Geordie Fike. See what he can do. The veteran Michael Key. And get close enough this time.
Yeah. George, I mean, obviously just put the move on him as well, so pulling away, I think, now as well.
Less than a second between David Jack and Lauren Bateman. In fact, it's much less than a second. It's just a couple of tenths of a second, Adam.
Oh!
What's happened, Alex?
No, that was just the battle that Andrew was talking about. Very, very close, coming up the hill. We're on board with Bateman.
Bateman, who seems to be in the thick of the action today.
Yeah, all the way through, and car number 56 seems to have been doing pretty well, sliding through the previous corner. Was Travis Davis in 6th place? Wasn't Travis Davis again? Give me a bit of woolly knowledge at this point in the evening, but Travis Davis was a champion of this series, was he?
He was, I believe, yeah.
Doing a good drive here, though, 5 positions and looking very solid. Only 30 seconds off the lead. I think that's pretty good.
More trip there through the grass on the exit of the kink for TD there, but yeah, right on the back end of David Jakes now is Lauren Bateman as they go through kind of the corner.
Still in chance of a 4th here, isn't he, as well, TD? If these guys start to battle, slow each other up, he can tag on and maybe capitalise with any sort of mistakes that they make trying to defend or get by. So
he's already closing in at over half a second a lap.
Strong result.
Bateman was the quickest driver on that last lap, 2:25.7.
Chris Thorman, Ash Beard, they're having a little battle as well. Not really sure where Chris has come from, but he's done his 2 required pit stops and all of a sudden in 18th place. Or is that just a timing glitch that's saying that he's done 2? He's not pitted for the second one. Had a John Allen.
Question that.
30.6 second stop according to the last one as well. So
30 seconds.
I'm really not
Quite
sure
a lot,
what that's
isn't it?
gone. So.
Oh,
Like,
and
there he is.
Bateman went ahead of Jacques there. Alex. See what happened there, really.
It's a straightforward move, I think.
Take a little look back on replay. Yep, does look like it was.
It was in turn 1 up the inside. Good stuff, that, to be fair.
Bateman got the bit between his teeth at the minute, hasn't he? Really, just put the moves on TD. Now past David as well.
Yep. Good solid action out here today, I must admit. Saw some good action in the ASRC earlier on. Big thank you as well to Sam Kumo just for coming in and giving me a hand for the last 20 minutes, because that was again, commentating on your own is a little difficult sometimes, and yeah, thanks to Sam for helping me out. Good race, multi-class. Just to let you know as well, we'll be covering that every month in Apex Racing TV. Entries are open. It was only 17 car grid today, so
they've dropped the GTEs in there now as well,
that's
haven't they?
right. HPDs, GTEs. You know, go and do it. Go and get involved and drive in it, because it's a good league. It goes to some of the best tracks in the world.
Got the Formula Renaults coming up today in the UK.
In what
tomorrow.
seems like 45 minutes time, probably.
Of course,
Well,
I think it's
stick with us on Apex Race.
oh, and off.
It's okay.
It's David Jakes. Hope
Oh,
that's
what?
that's woke everyone up here in the comment box. And there's
David Jakes, then let's see. Oh, he's just gone wide. Canada corner. Oh,
and that allows Travis Davis through into. There's now 5th position.
did it look like there, Alex, that he might have got caught out a little bit? Maybe a movement of the car in front.
I didn't
Possibly.
catch it from here because I was too busy at the time just looking at Ashbeard and Holmes going at it as they've somehow managed to find themselves on the track again, even though there's a huge difference in pit stop time. But yeah, and what also surprised me, with 12 minutes to go, Losper's still out there. Everybody else
Still in the lead. He's 14 laps, well, about to be 15 laps into his stint, and yeah, he's only been in the pits once. 30-second pit stop time.
Yeah, but there's no way he can make it, surely.
Absolutely brimmed it, didn't he?
Oh no, he has been in, has he?
No, not twice.
Not twice,
He
no.
did a slow lap on the last lap, though.
Still
About
leading.
29, so was he in the pits the previous lap?
Maybe he's
No, it
just
was
doing,
just a slow lap, I think.
maybe doing ultra conservative.
He lost 4 seconds.
See what he does this time, bike. He's
Do you
almost
think he's
finished
trying
this
to
lap as
fuel
well.
save,
So.
do you reckon?
Well, yeah, if that's what he's
Maybe an
going
extra
for.
stop.
Here he comes
Brian
through the final
Holmes do on
corner.
the previous lap, 36.3, but again, that doesn't look representative either.
He
33.3 for Beard,
Lossborough now.
but it'll be a splash and
Yeah.
dash.
Yeah,
It'll be
they're
about
27
4 laps.
seconds behind though, so I feel like
It'll only be a 4 or
driving
5
down
laps
this
worth of
pit
fuel.
lane costs you 30 seconds, I think, doesn't it? So long.
Definitely
And,
costs you more than, just 10 seconds.
And you also definitely have to remember, don't cross the yellow line at the exit.
God,
Alex.
don't get me started. Yeah. What event was that? I'm trying to remember now.
I don't even remember. It was an IndyCar race, maybe?
Is it the Rose?
Was an IndyCar race.
You got like one. I know it was something silly, like you were a centimetre over the line or something. But,
Yeah, the two
in all
leaders.
seriousness, it is important. You don't want to do that, merge back too quickly, and end up being punished with a drive-through penalty.
Yeah, I don't think it was Rose because I won all the road races in Rose. But it was
I'm
certainly
watching
something. Certainly something else.
I think it
Here
was.
he
Was it the old Apex Racing League race? League.
I can't remember.
Oh, it was either that or an official IndyCar race.
Yeah.
A bit of throwback
But
Tuesday.
I
for
remember.
us,
I remember raging.
Was it a Formula
That's
One
it.
race? Was it iRacing Grand Prix Series? I think it
Uh,
could have been iRacing Grand Prix Series, you know.
Could have been. Yeah, it could have been.
God, it was a silly little one, wasn't it?
Actually, I think
you've
you're
not
right.
done
I think
it
it
again?
was. No, I learnt my lesson. I
Not
think
done
it was.
again,
I think it was a Grand Prix series. Yeah.
Look at this again. Battle rejoined between David Jack, Travis Davis. Tiny margins between those two.
I think Alex is feeling Samuel Lebert's pain after a botched pit lane job last week at Infineon.
Now, in fairness, that was a botched pit lane entry
Yeah,
more than anything else, I suppose.
Come in a bit hot there, didn't he? Really?
Yeah, I didn't. You don't enter the pit lane like that. Let's be honest.
in all fairness, I think it's a good thing that Andrew's in the
Disgusting.
car tomorrow.
Yeah, apparently so. But if I'm awake by then, dear me.
I will point out as well, just to the drivers and spectators, we're probably just going to have enough time for the two leaders tonight and get off. Obviously, for those that are not aware, it is 3:30 in the morning for us here. So
It's very late.
we'll get a couple of quick interviews in, and then we'll wrap it up. So apologies if we can't get everybody in this week.
We do really appreciate everybody who comes to talk to us, though. But yeah, it's very taxing, so we say this. Especially after the SRC earlier on, of course.
8 minutes to go then, and the order is pretty much settled now. So top 10 in each class. in this race meeting here at Road America. Mike Griffith leading the way, 8, and make that nearly 9 seconds ahead of Stephen Thomas. As there's a problem for Raymond Bader Jr., I think. Oh no, he's still going. I thought he might have gone off. Third is Tyler Shiflett. Fourth is Lauren Bateman. Fifth is Travis Davis, who is locked in a battle with David Jakes for 5th and 6th. 7th, Michael Burgett. 8th, Brandon Whitworth. 9th, Russell Ruddikin. 10th, Matthew Catila, who's got another Mustang company there. And in the MX5s, there's Ash Beard leading Brian Holmes. And then John Allen 3rd, Richard Losper in 4th. 5th, Chris Torman. 6th, Geordie Fike. 7th, Mike Taylor. 8th, Sancinelli. 9th, Fitzgerald. Yeah, that is it, because... and 10th, Dave Fitzgerald, yeah, as they go through as Travis Davis and David Jakes continue their battle going through turn 1 and turn 2.
A little look then. Yeah, it's very close now then. Jakes with the momentum, he's got a bit between his teeth. What's he going to do? Is he going to defend? He's going to see if he can on the outside here. No brakes. Back maybe. Oh, that's close. Very, very close there, Alex. Good driving by both. Good work by David Jack.
Yeah, he's patient there as well. We were on board as he was going down the main straight, and he had a little lift there, stayed behind. TD wanted to wait for a slightly better opportunity that wasn't going to be quite so risky. Paid off for him. He's backing through.
Yep.
Also needs to try and pull away through the carousel, otherwise he'll get the Travis will have an opportunity to jump on board with him and see what happens.
Looks good through that carousel, does Travis Davis, I must admit.
Now, following a car through the kink is going to be very tough.
Can't see mostly, that's most of the problem.
Comes out wide on the exit, not able to avoid the grass. Let's see what he can do now going into Canada corner.
Doesn't have the straight line speed, does he, at all? Davis, even in the draft, can run a bit wide here.
See what he does up the hill then. Right, to the final corner. They're going to start their 35th lap. An enormous hill there, of course, leading to the start-finish line.
Only a couple of K of overspeed there as well. Not really much. No? So the slipstream, I think, I can only imagine Travis must be running a bit of extra
synchronized going
to
on
the limit. But yeah, it must be just running a bit more wing or something like that, because you just can't make any advantage even in the slipstream.
Going to try again though, Travis, this time. He's got a bit of time left because, well, he actually hasn't, because it's a 2.5 minute lap and we've got 4.5 minutes. So running out of time here to get this this top 5. Yet to get one this season. Oh, trying everything.
Good battle there in the race, though. Definitely. We do often see it in this class, don't we, Alex? That the leaders kind of end up converging together, and the top 5 end up battling. Even doesn't matter what strategy they've done, and things like that, really.
Having a little Beard now, 3.2 seconds in front of Holmes. Holmes is fuel saving like mad because he's just had to concede a place to John Allen. So Allen back up into 2nd place. Normally Allen, who's light on fuel, having to save like crazy, isn't it? So not this time.
Yeah, even Losper's pit time makes John Allen's look like he's taken a full amount of fuel on. 13 seconds for Richard compared to the 16.2 done by John Allen. In fact, Allen's just got by Brian Holmes.
Where was that then?
Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong pit stop times. It was Holmes with the 16-second stop compared to Allen, who did the 24.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Holmes probably in the same boat as Richard Losper here.
Yeah, I think Beard's quite safe, 19.3, so short, but still safe.
So that in terms of the championship for the Mustangs, Mike Dam is now ahead of Mikey Grams, and they're just one position apart in the class, but in terms of the overall position, Mike Dam in 20th place, Mikey Grams in 25th.
That's why it's so important. Alex, we see that a lot, and we talk about it a lot. Don't quit the race.
No.
Got any chance of getting any points, and I believe you will get some.
Yeah, it
Try
will,
and take
definitely. And you're right, you know, you shouldn't, because you never know what's going to happen in that situation. A lot of drivers are just going, no, no, sod it, I'm done. Quit. And, you know, beating his championship rival at the end of the day. Travis Davis not giving up on this battle, on this 5th place. You can just see him in the background, still very, very close.
Oh, he's
David
pulling up
has a little
position.
look.
Here we go.
Oh, watch out,
Inside
Richard.
five.
Richard Losper could get pounced on here.
The brakes aren't the best on the Ford.
Oh, if Travis uses his head, he can box him in. He can't quite get it done. Tried it. Didn't quite happen.
Would have been very good. Might still have one more chance. We get one more lap, do you reckon?
Where it is goes just go. Yeah, white flag will be next lap for sure.
So Mike Griffith is we're down to Calendar Corner, and not long left to go for him. You know, to take a really, really good win.
Yeah, Mike Griffith yet to get a win this season. Best finish 4th, back-to-back 4ths at Imola and Sonoma. Has been on the
I
pole.
believe he was on the pole, yeah. So
Oh, it's at the Glen. But finished 16th there.
wasn't he on the pole at Daytona as well?
He was 5th on the grid day. He was 2nd on the grid at Bathurst.
I think he was leading at one point, though. Maybe that might be it.
This Travis Davis battle still going on. I think that's what Alex is going on about. Here comes Travis Davis, cut back on the exit of Canada corner.
Yeah, that should be it. This time.
Or is it?
One thing too many for. Oh! Very close. The final corner then.
Good
David
exit
Jack now has to play catch up.
from Jackson.
Over the hill, white flag in the air. Who's this? They're coming up on Brian Holmes. 3 wide, nearly. Briefly.
No. It was, yeah.
Holmes is only 2.5 seconds in front of Allen now, so Holmes is saving as well. And back to 5th for David. This is going to be a great battle all the way. Where is Griffiths right now? Because he is down in turn number 3, 5, whichever you want to call it. Up the hill, bit of a blind corner.
Almost like an imperial metric conversion, isn't it?
Losper's pit stop was quite decent in the end, I think. And that'll probably get him top 5.
Well, he's in 4th at the minute, so yeah. With an opportunity, he's closing in on Holmes pretty rapidly as well, I have to say. Last lap was some 5 seconds, so could well get him.
Yeah. 2:42 for Brian Holmes compared to the 2:37 done by Losper on that last lap. Both drivers outside of America as well. Brian Holmes, UK and Ireland driver, probably feeling the time as well. It's nearly 4 o'clock. Probably the same with Richard Losper as well, but that's completely different. It's probably nearly 4 o'clock in the afternoon there.
Yeah, it is the last lap for them as well, so they're behind Griffiths on the track.
Here we go then.
Here comes Griffiths into Canada corner for the final time.
Oh no, Travis. Oh, not I know. I mean, not saying anything from Travis Davis, but he is through into 5th. The no just came out.
Mike Griffith is coming through the final 2 corners then. He's going to come home. And he's going to take the win here. He enjoys better than everyone else here at Road America. He wins the 90-minute race. And a fantastic haul of points towards his standing in the championship.
He's going to
What
get
have we got with the Mazdas? Where are they?
There goes Losper.
There you go.
Ashley Beard around former is he a two-time champion? I'd have been the BSR series, but he's coming up the now, and he's going to take the hit in the Ricmotech series.
A lot closer than I thought it was going to be, I have to say.
Race.
John Allen wasn't too far away, was he? Oh, Travis Davis versus David Jakes then. It continues. David Jakes is out of fuel.
Oh no!
Oh no!
No, it's Davis that, Davis is out of fuel.
Oh no!
Davis comes across.
Oh no! Head in hands moment here. I think they're both out of fuel, to be fair. But it is TD that doesn't have enough fuel.
He's got the drive coming out of there.
Look,
hill.
there's Brian Holmes. Brian Holmes is cruising as well.
Travis has literally braked before the start-finish line. I don't get it. Okay. Could have easily made that. No, there's no fuel issue there.
If anything, the fuel issue looked like it was David Jakes. You could see the car really struggling up the hill.
It's a bit weird, let's be honest.
Perhaps because he's missed races, he doesn't want to affect the guys' championships or anything like that. So, just having a bit of fun out there, and yeah. But still, get it finished.
Well, he'd done loads of kilometres, but it was the final run to the line, final 100-metre dash that he didn't particularly want to partake in there. We're just waiting for a few drivers now to finish the race. Scott Brooks is one of them, currently 13th in class. Has just overtaken TD, in fact, to come up to the line.
Cheeky little place for him there, 12th. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
He won't mind, that's for sure.
No, definitely not.
Never mind getting a place on the final lap.
Right, we're just waiting for a few extras now, I think. Edgar, while they're doing that, we might as well run you through the results from the evening. Mike Griffith takes what is his first win of the season. Well done to him there. Stephen Thomas second, third for Tyler Shiflett, fourth Lauren Bateman, David Jakes finishing in fifth position in the end, sixth for Michael Burgett, seventh for Brandon Whitworth, eighth for Russell Ruddock, ninth for Matthew Katila, and 10th for Michael Ruddock. Raymond Bader Jr., car 00, finishing in 11th, then 12th for Scott Brooks, last car on the lead lap. Then TD finishing one lap down in 13th position. Don't know what was going on there. 14th for Robert Brist. And then into the Mazda MX-5's victory for Ash Beard. Second for John Allen. Wasn't too far away in the end. Richard Osper getting a position in the final lap. Then there's Mike Dam. The disconnect only affected him by 2 laps. And I wonder what those points will do for him and his title aspirations, because he once again did finish ahead of Mikey Grems. Chris Torman in 4th in class. 5th, Geordie Fike. 6th is Brian Holmes. 7th, Mike Taylor. 8th is Michael Key, 9th Edgar Sancinelli, and there is Mikey Grems there. Collided with Pasquale Iannucci in the early going, had to make a pit stop to make those repairs, and he ended up finishing 3 laps down. Dave Fitzgerald finishing in 10th in class, then Scott Kennedy in his Mustang, then Jeff Jacobs, Tyler McFarlane, Kevin Ford had that crash on the exit of the final corner. David Payton, 31st, 21 laps down. Tom Raffjay also had issues along the trees. Nice. Pasquale Iannucci had a crash under the Corvette bridge. Travis Schwenke, 29 laps down. Michael Monaghan, 30 laps down. And Dan Carrido, T-boning. Was John Allen. Yeah. It's in turn 3/5 at the end of the back straight. Early on.
We are a bit pushed for time, but we do have Ashley Beard with us. Ashley, BSR Master Champion, of course, and that's a tough race. An hour and a half, considering the time of evening, morning that it is.
Oh, I don't want to go through that again. That was nerve-wracking, them last 2 laps. I came across the line with 0.4 in the tank. Hoping it out.
Like many drivers seem to have the same issue. Road America being the quick circuit that it is, it looked like you always had a fellow Mazda MX-5 around you during the race.
Yeah, it was one of them. It was a strange one with me and Brian coming in at the time. I think Brian put just a little bit less than I did. I think I put about 9.8 in. Oh, that'll be enough. Not thinking with it being quite a lot of on throttle, it guzzles the fuel quite a bit. With John catching it was like, oh, please don't.
Well, next week, Oran Park, pretty difficult to overtake around that circuit, so I think the qualifying is going to be pretty crucial there.
Well, it'll be the first time I've drove it, to be honest. I haven't really laps on the track. I haven't bought the track yet either. So that's going to be a new experience. Looking forward to it.
Interesting, but as Adam said, tight and twisty, and the easiest one to pass on. But yeah, I'm sure it'll be okay for you once you get used to it. Right. Do you have any sponsors you'd like to thank? Any team members, things like that, just before you go?
I'd like to thank the guys at Extreme Motorsports. They do a cracking job. Frank for Ricmotech, because without him, it's impossible. Same with TD as well. He does a great job. All the Madhouse guys as well. Brilliant team.
Well, we'll let you get a head start on some sleep. But well done on the win today. And yeah, thanks for coming over and speaking to us.
Thank you very much, guys. Take care.
Yeah, we do have Mike Griffith available for a word, and he joins us now. Mike Griffith, and while others seem to fall off the road around you, Mike, you're able to come through and use the fuel to perfection and get the race victory today.
Yeah, it was a good fun race. Great battles with Mike and Pat up front for the first half, and I got past Pat. I was proud of that move, and then from there everything happened behind us, and Mike and I went at it, and sucks to see that he dropped out, but we were having a good battle. I would have taken second behind him, no problem. So sucks for him. I wish we could have had a good battle. I gotta thank Frank at Ricmotech. He brought me on to run his team and got me some equipment, and I can't thank him enough. It's been fantastic, and this series has been a ton of fun. I've been learning a lot, so it's good to get the win.
Yeah, the season didn't start too well. A few bad finishes along the way, but yeah, last few weeks, fourth at Infineon, a fourth at Imola, now a win here at Road America. What do you think the reason is behind this sudden upturn in form?
It's just me been trying to get a handle on the car and get a handle on myself, really. I mean, I don't do a ton of racing outside of this league, so when I first came into the league, I had never driven this car. And obviously I didn't know anybody who I was driving with. So Daytona, I had kind of struggled in the beginning of that race. Sebring, I struggled in that race, crashed out. Watkins Glen, I was running behind Mike again in second, had that in the bag and crashed out. So it's been me taking care of my head, but obviously Frank getting me the equipment and getting me in the series has really just made me step my game up, and I really, really, really enjoy fighting with guys like Mike and Pat. They're super quick, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
The pit stops today, they seem to be the quickest out of any of them. You seem to have the fuel nailed, the fuel amount nailed during the race.
Yeah, I spent time in practice trying to get a fuel number, and the Jeff Jacobs doing the little lessons in the practice session helps a ton, because he gets us an idea of what the fuel is going to be and how many laps we're going to do. So I just ran the exact strategy that I thought I was going to run. I didn't panic when they pitted in front of me, so I'm glad it worked out.
Next week then, Oran Park. We spoke to Ash Beard, the MX5 winner. He hadn't even bought the track. What's your experience of that one?
It's going to be interesting. I'm going to have to get some seat time this week, because like you said, I don't even own it. So I think I've driven it in other games. I believe I've driven it in Project Cars, so I'm sure it'll come to me. But I'm just this whole season has just been a learning experience. I'm just trying to get good finishes, whether it's a win or whether it's a top 10. Just trying to take points home, and then next season just come out and try to fight Mike for the championship.
All right. Well, before we let you go, do you want to send a quick shout out to anybody?
Shout out to Frank. That's the number one. He's hooked me up. He brought me onto the team, and it's been nothing but awesomeness. And my fiance has been nothing but support. So it's been great. Thanks.
Well done on the race victory. Hopefully there's some more to come in the final few races of this season. And yeah, thanks for talking to us, Mike.
Appreciate it.
of Mike Griffith in the commentary box there. I don't think we've spoken with him before, but yeah, good victory there. And I'm sure there'll be many more to come. Right then, Alex, just quickly before we go, just get a final word from yourself on the meeting.
Yeah, no, enjoyed that. Little shame we had the couple of accidents in both classes. Otherwise, I think we've had an absolute epic one. But as it was, we still had some great racing out there. MX5s never failed to deliver a bit of an interesting finale. And yeah, some good battles throughout that Mustang grid as well. But yeah, all in all, Road America delivering a good race again.
All right, well, and thank you everybody for watching here on Apex Racing TV and iRacing Live at this ungodly hour of the morning. And please go and get some sleep if you're in the UK. And yeah, we'll see you back here for BSR Formula Renault. That's at 8 o'clock 8 o'clock PM, of course.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. But yeah, we'll see you later, everybody. And this has been the Ricmotech Sportscar Series here on Apex Racing TV. We'll see you next time.
Focus, determination, passion, stamina, and the will to win. The end result, the Ricmotech Sports Car Series. Extreme Motorsports brings you the Ricmotech Sports Car Series, brought to you by Ricmotech High Performance Sim Racing Equipment, and in part by TD's Tree Service. Live coverage Mondays, 9 p.m. Eastern.